Hey, what's up guys? Houston here. And if you're trying to boost up your credit score, let me tell you, there's two new credit scores, okay? And this is very important, especially if you're an individual that's trying to purchase a house, all right? And these two credit scores is going to start changing a lot more toward benefiting a lot of people that didn't get qualified for a mortgage in the past. Is going to be more beneficial now. Now, especially if you're trying to get into the real estate game. I would say that if you're trying to get into the real estate game, this new scoring system should be able to make it much easier for you to get into the real estate game. All right. That being said, the two scoring systems are Vantage 4.0 and FICO 10T. That T stands for trending data. All right, and this is very important because what they're looking for with the Vantage score 4.0 and the FICO score 10T, what they're looking for is what's been happening with you anywhere from 12 months to the past 24 months, all right? And some of the things that's going to be weighing heavily in reference to the new scoring system, again, is like your utilization, all right? Are you maxing out your credit cards? One of the things about it, when you max out your credit cards, have you used a consolidated loan to pay off those credit cards because you didn't have the ability to pay those credit cards down? So this is something that's going to be a factor into what's going on. Now, let me say this so that you all don't get confused. In reference to the Vantage score 4.0 and the FICO score 10T, it's right now the banks are not using that system in order to help you qualify for like loans, personal loans, and business and personal credit cards. They're still using for the major banks like Chase, Bank of America. They're still using FICO bank card system. Of course, Wells Fargo uses FICO 9, where Bank of America, Chase, American Express, they're using FICO 8. Okay, so that way you don't get confused. Now, just keep in mind that American Express, Chase, Bank of America, when they give you your free scores, they do give you your Vantage score 3.0. All right, so that Vantage score 3.0 is not the same system, again, that they're actually pulling from to help you qualify for a credit card. So just keep that in mind. Going back to the new credit scoring system and how to boost up your credit score, again, it's like about utilization. This is one of the reasons that I continue to tell you guys, if you're trying to go for new credit or something like that, make sure that you take your revolving accounts. This is very important for your revolving accounts. You set them up from smallest to largest. So say that you have 3 revolving accounts. One is $50, one is $100, one's a $500. So you want to pay the $50 off, even though it may have a lower interest rate than that $500 account. You want to pay that $50 off first, all right? So that's how, in terms of, it helps with the utilization. Also, talking about utilization, if you're able to keep your credit cards under that 10% utilization, I know with the 30% it has an impact on the credit score, lowering the credit score. But if you're able to keep it under 10%, then your credit score will go up higher. Okay, so that's very important for you all to understand, especially with this new scoring system. All right, that being said, this new scoring system, they're not going to be paying attention to paid off collections. Okay, so if you had a paid off collection, say it's settled in full or whatever, that's not going to affect you anymore with this new scoring system. And again, it's to help you qualify if you're trying to get into real estate. So just keep that in mind. Tax liens is not going to affect you. Medical bills that are less than 6 months old is not going to affect you as well. All right, so just keep that in mind. Also, judgment. So say that you have a judgment from an eviction or something like that. That's not going to reflect in terms of disqualifying you with this new credit system to help you qualify for a mortgage. So that's not going to disqualify you. All right. Now, the age of the credit file. This is something that's also important, especially when you need to consider boosting up your credit score when trying to get a mortgage. This is the reason why I definitely encourage you to add on rental history, because with rental history, say that you've been in an apartment complex for at least 3 years and you made your payments and stuff on time, that rental history really helps impact utilities. So trying to get utilities report, that's the reason, like even with Experian Boost, they started reporting your rental history. Now with Experian Boost, they only report on the Experian file. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But like utilities, having your utilities reporting and stuff, you have to go to companies like Grow Credit, Orlo, or something like that, and have them to report like your utilities, your TV subscriptions and stuff like that, to help you boost up your credit score. All right. Now, like I said, this here Vantage Score 4.0 and the FICO Score 10T, again, is trending data of what's been happening within the past 12 to 24 months. So this is very important, because where people are like, okay, is this going to make it harder for me to get credit? Again, with the banks, they're not utilizing this system at the moment. All right, so that you don't have to worry about. Another interesting thing about this, so that you understand, is that this here only affects about 20 points. That's right. These new systems or whatever, it is only its only difference is about 20 points. All right. So if you've been managing your regular credit and stuff like that, and making your payments and stuff on time, you should be fine. Okay, so just keep that in mind. You should be fine with that. This is mainly, again, because a lot of people have been struggling to get qualified for mortgage because they had tax liens, judgments, and stuff like that. Well, this here is going to make it much easier. And again, by you adding the utilities and the rent payments, showing that you're able to make payments, because rent right now, out here in California, you easily paying anywhere from $1,700 to $3,000 just for a 1-bedroom. You know, so if you're able to pay that, show that you're paying that, and you've been paying that for over 2 years or whatever, you definitely be able to qualify for a mortgage. You know, so that's the reason I'm telling you guys this, because a lot of people are not aware. One more thing, talking about the FICO Score 10T. Now, with some lenders, it may replace the mortgage FICO 2, 4, and 5. All right, but now credit unions are still going to be using mortgage scores, FICO mortgage scores, to give you credit cards and stuff. So it's not going to replace you in terms of like getting credit cards and stuff, but it will allow them to look at your FICO 10T trending versus your traditional mortgage scores in order to help you qualify. Now, if you don't have any credit and you just been paying your bills and stuff, and you know you're able to pay your bills and stuff, what you have to do is do manual underwriting. All right, you would have to do manual underwriting in order to qualify for a new mortgage. So this is Houston with Three-Way Funding. If you have any questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, how to remove any negative items off the credit report, click the link in the description and schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.